some noise for Peanut Butter Wolf and Egon. This is Guitars in the Sessions. This is Stone's Throw Records, y'all. I'll just pass it off to y'all like this. Talk about Stone's Throw, how you guys became connected, how you guys started Peanut Butter Wolf, where you're originally from. Just talk about it all, man. Come on.
And so I started out DJing in San Jose, California at a real young age. I was like 13 years old. I mean, I really started buying records when I was 9, 10 years old. Got my first turntables kind of when Rocket came out, you know, Herbie Hancock, 83. Breaking into the Jazzy J territory here. But from there, yeah, I mean, I kind of started making beats and DJing at the same time. I got a little drum machine. Someone let me borrow their drum machine. It was around like 85. Made an answer rap to Roxanne with the MC friend I was working with at the time. Well, we'll say 1990. I put out my first record with some friends and borrowed some money from my dad. We pressed up 500 units and we sold it, you know, locally in San Jose. And I thought, this is it. You know, I was in a group with Charisma, MC Charisma from San Jose, and we were signed to a record label, to a major label, and that deal went sour. And eventually Charisma passed away. Like at the age of 20, he was killed, and that really gave me the motivation to kind of go through and put his music out, and that's really why I started Stone's Throw originally. Yeah. But yeah, the first single was called My World Premiere by Charisma and Peanut Butter Wolf. And then from there we just kept going, you know, like, and really, I mean, I just always did it one step at a time, never tried to like throw a bunch of money into it. I started out doing vinyl only. I did a lot of breakbeat records for the DJs. We did Super Duck Breaks.
Yep.
With DJ Babu. I mean, that was like mid-90s, and thankfully we're still here 10 years later.
It's amazing for me, having come on in 2000, which was right at the kind of tail end of Super Duck Breaks, paying for everything that the label put out. I mean, that's kind of unbelievable, but I can't name one DJ, myself included, that didn't have 6 or 7 copies that I bought, you know. That was the tail end of that record, basically keeping the lights on, and Wolf had taken the label in new directions, letting Madlib stretch out with the Quasimodo project. Right after Quasimodo, Stone's Throw stopped putting out hip-hop for a minute. Madlib decided he was going to become a jazz musician, largely because Wolf bought him a bunch of instruments, and, you know, we went through a very interesting period at the label. And I remember when, you know, all of us were maxing out our credit cards trying to buy flights, you know, to make it to CMJ, or get Madlib to Detroit to work with Jay Dilla. And then I remember the first time that we were looking at our sales, and we had broken you know, $1 million in gross sales. And last year we did well over $1 million 1 year alone. Wow. This year we sold more records in CDs in March than we had in 2 full years, 2001 and 2002.
Wow.
It's been 10 years, but it's finally paid off. And if any of y'all out there are aspiring, you know, entertainers and hope to get into the record industry, just make sure you have a good lawyer that's reviewing your contracts. You'd be surprised what reductions most record companies will try to sneak into the deal. And if you can find a record company that gives you a check a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years after your record comes out, well then, you know, you've really found what it means to put out music. And, you know, I think that that's one of those things that we're striving to do, you know, like be that company that 10 years from now you're not reading some expose on, you know, how a house was bought, you know, off of which artist's back. I mean, that's not what our game plan is. Look for honesty. Look for people that you trust and can get with, because they do exist. You know, we're not alone.
I'll pat you on your shoulder, homie.
There are record companies and distributors out there that will put out your music. It will pay you. It's just a matter of not getting caught in there. And don't get caught in a big front-end advance, because that usually means that you're not going to get paid anything on the back end. It usually means they're trying to buy you off with something, and they've snuck something in that contract that extra $5,000, $10,000 is meant to make you look away from.
I hope y'all are paying attention to everything that he's saying up here, man, because he's really educating y'all.
And don't give up your publishing. Don't give up your publishing. Don't ever sign away your publishing. You know, you're doing a deal with a record company for your master. You know, you're not doing it for your publishing. That's a totally separate thing, and you need to have the veto power. You need to have something there that gives you something to hold back and gives you an independent income stream. I mean, a record company can make money without taking everything. You know what I mean? And an artist can make money without holding everything back. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's just a matter of finding that. We found a trial and error, really. I mean,
yep.
None of us really, you know, we just figured it out as it went along.